Hey guys, Brian here, and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I forgot to record last night, and I was going to give you an update with what I would be doing with like the 15,000 that I have left over after I made my Tesla play, because I actually ended up having more than the 41,000 that I thought I had for buying power. I actually had like almost 60. I forgot a lot of things like opened up, but wanted to do like the extra like 15, and I actually got a lot of people messaging me as well. Like a few people that joined the Discord asked me what would I do with like less than 15k or 15k and less. And the topic came up to like covered like poor man's covered calls and versus the wheel strategy. Yeah, you could have control of more shares doing poor man's covered calls, but if you don't understand the concept yet, even though the concept isn't hard and you don't have extra cash on hand to buy to close your synthetic calls, or then you could get stuck holding the bag and covering something that you don't own or can't cover. So that's the tough part. So if you don't understand the strategy yet for poor man's cover calls, I don't really recommend it, because you don't want to be over leveraged and then now you're having to lose your leap and cover the 100 shares, the value of 100 shares. So that is kind of like out the window if you're a beginner. If you know what you're doing, then yeah, poor man's covered calls could work. But for me, what I like to do is I try to keep things as passive as possible, as simple as possible. I try to do my trades either Monday or Tuesday at around like 10:30 all the way up to noon. And even though I might lose out on some premium, at least I kind of know where the market sentiment is. And I could pretty much like guesstimate just from looking at like Bollinger Bands and a little bit of trend lines. Like I don't really do a lot of technical analysis anymore, because you can pretty much see what's going to happen. And if you're doing the wheel strategy with stocks that you want in your portfolio, you're cool with almost buying it at almost any strike price, or any price if you want to call it. Like the only times I don't necessarily buy, sell puts, is when they're at like all-time highs, because there's going to be a pullback. You have to like understand there will be a pullback. Yeah, you'll have more premium at that time, but there will be a pullback at some point, and you don't really know where the stock is going to level off. So that's like what I'm trying to teach on this channel. Like, you don't need to buy the course. You don't need to join the Discord. You don't need to buy the PDF. Do they all help you get better at the wheel strategy and understanding the vocab? Absolutely. But you could pretty much learn everything from my videos. And there's a lot of great people out there on YouTube that teach us. Probably say way more higher end than I do. I just try to break it down as simply as possible, because I'm a regular dude just like you guys. I'm a nurse. Um, my W-2 job is a nurse, and I want to help you guys. And I really like, my whole thing is like patient education. And what I'm trying to do is teach people how to be financially literate, leverage your money a little bit better on the simplest terms. But enough about me. Let's go into what I would do with around like 15k. And here it is. Let's look at AMD, because AMD is actually way far from its all-time highs. It's like 230s was like an all-time high. I can't even remember. I just know it was in the 200s. So what I would do, obviously sell put, and because CES is going on right now, um, I'd probably do weeklies until I kind of see what's going on, and you could collect a good amount of premium, like about $100 a week. And if what what I would do, I'd probably go for like a 30 to 40 delta. That means, again, for all those that are brand new to my channel, percentage chance that the stock price hits your strike price. That's it, like that's the simplest term I could put it. Or in control of, say, it was like a 40 delta, if like 40 out of 100 shares. But you don't need to know that as much for selling cash secured puts. So what I would go here is sell put. January 10th is this Friday, and you're going to choose a price below the current price. And if you look here, let's just see the most you could get, like 205 delta. I mean 205 premium. That'd be a lot of money, but that's a 50 delta, so it's like a 50% chance that by Friday you'll end up having to buy 100 shares at $130 or 131, whatever it was. So I'd go for like a 40 and below. So let's look at here. That's a 21 delta, 20, 27 delta. This is actually pretty wild. 41 delta is 130. That's super close to 131, but you would get 159 bucks. Obviously, this is going to move as the stock price moves. So let's go with like a 35 delta in between. So AMD, you get 120 bucks for putting up pretty much $13,000, 12,900 bucks. So let's just do a calculator. It'd be pretty easy to do. So let's just say 115 divided by 12900. And that is just under 1% for the week. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, 1% isn't a lot of money. It is a lot of money. If you could potentially do this every week, there's 52 weeks in a year. Making 1% every week ends up to being 52% in a year. You made 52% on your 12,900 bucks if you could stay at this level. That's the hypothetical, but imagine that 1% every week, 52 weeks. Beautiful. That is an amazing amount of money. Like just for the people that need a little bit more, 115 times 52, just under 6,000 bucks. You mean 6,000 bucks using the same money as collateral over and over again. That's why it's called a wheel. And the other stock I would go look at, obviously right now, for like the big two that I'm looking at is Nvidia. And like you can't go wrong with Nvidia. Sell, put. So if you have 15K, I'd probably do the same thing, 40, 30 to 40 delta. This is a 30 right here, like 32, 147. So I'm guessing 148 would be would be. So you could either do one of these two to get the most premium potential, 200 bucks or 164 bucks. And that again is around 1%. If I personally would be doing this, I'd probably choose the 145. It's a low delta, 24% chance. You get 100 and change every week potentially. You definitely get it this week. And then if it doesn't hit 145 by Friday at 4 p.m., all your buying power goes back, all your cash goes back to your buying power, and then you can do this again next week. And then a lot of people ask me like, what are some cheaper stocks can you do this with? The other one that I also look at a lot is SoFi. I think they're a disruptor in the fintech game. They're doing loans, they're doing investing, they're doing a high yield savings. They have a lot of things going for them, which is, in my opinion, great because disruptors m- can print millionaires. So you could do weeklies on this. Um, for me, it's a good amount of money if you're close to the money. Like like 18 bucks isn't bad for doing like putting up 1,500. It's not bad, but for the most part, for like these smaller ones where you don't get as much premium, I go around 30 days out, like a full month, and then you could get like 100 bucks a month doing this with per contract, which I know a lot of people are saying that's not a lot of money. It's not life-changing money, but that's not the point of this. The point is to build your portfolio so you could get to the life-changing money. So that's what I try to teach here. And then obviously, I know a lot of people ask me about like the quantum computing and all that. And these are going to be volatile as heck because what is really quantum computing and which stocks are actually going to perform? You don't know because a lot of people don't actually have products out there yet. But Rigetti is one of those ones that are going crazy. You could sell puts for this week and get a pretty good amount. Like for having 2,000 bucks, you could get 125 and below for these puts. Or if you want to go on with something with quantum computing that actually has a product, IonQ. This is around well, it went up like 10 bucks in a week, but that's awesome. So same thing here, sell put. 3 days from now, you could get over 200 bucks, depending on where it's at. So like depending on your risk tolerance of having deltas and if you actually want this stock in your portfolio. And That's what you really have to look at here. Because, like I said, if you're doing this with stocks that you want in your portfolio, you can't lose. And if you're doing it and you get assigned, like you have to buy the stocks wherever your strike price was on your put, as long as you put your covered call above your cost basis, you can't lose. Like that's how you have to look at it. And even if you do sell your stocks at a strike price above your cost basis, depending on what it is, you have to be really cool with selling it. Like that's the whole point of the wheel is to continue to grow and make as much premiums as possible. Yeah, you might miss out on a little bit more appreciation, but this is where you're also going to be taught of taking the wins. Just stop trying to chase more and more premium. Take the appreciation that you got. You made money, pay your taxes, whatever, but continue winning. Like once the mindset changes to that, then I feel like the money game for selling options becomes so amazing because you just understand the concept and then you understand winning is easy. And if you just keep rolling it out or chasing premiums at like below your cost base, if it drops too low, like yeah, you should bring it below your cost base as you climb back up if God forbid the stock that you really like dropped below your cost basis, and then you could get it back up. But yeah, you have to understand when to cut your losses and to take as many wins as you can. Like it's the psychology of money. Stop being greedy and just do the best you can. And guys, like I said, I'm a nurse. I want to help you guys. I'm a nurse that enjoys money and enjoys making money. So I appreciate everyone for watching this. Hopefully, you guys learn from my videos. I'm not trying to like shill out anything. Yeah, I do have a course, but you don't need it to get good at this. If you wanted a little bit more handholding, yeah, that could do it. If you just wanted to learn the vocab, get the PDF. If you wanted to see which stocks I'm personally investing in, get the Discord. Like I'm putting all my stuff out there and it's super simple to do and you'll have access to me. If you buy the course and do the Discord, you'll have complete access to me because I'm trying to chat as much as I can on there and it's like I thoroughly enjoy teaching this because I feel like a lot of people are stuck in their jobs and they want to find out ways to make extra money and they didn't know that the stock market could be this easy. So, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you could help out by just like, comment, and subscribing, that helps me out a lot. If not, it's cool. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.